a chance to look over the minutes.
Move to approve, Dave.
Got a second from Tammy? Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Oh. Got a chance to look over the claims.
Move to approve as written.
The motion to approve. Got a second from Tammy. Any discussion on the claims? All in favor?
Aye.
Go to like your third page on your claims, please.
Okay.
Yep,
Yep. So you want this one passed around?
yep. Whichever, if anybody else has started signing, it's fine too.
And this way.
Need a copy?
Yes, just one copy.
It doesn't matter, but. Sorry. I got caught on the edge of the table.
See. Okay, old business.
Oh, you just sitting there looking at me.
I said old.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting there. So my short-term disability was extended another 12 weeks, July 21st. I've got appointments with some other doctors and stuff like that I've got to go visit, so that's the status.
How you feeling?
I've got good days and I got bad days.
Yeah.
As long as I don't have to run bleacher laps, I do really good, because the more steps I take, the worse I get. So, it's just part of it.
Right.
So, the dog was having me at home all day long. I don't know about the wife, but the lab really likes me being there playing. So.
I probably need a motion to extend the insurance.
So moved.
Second.
Yes, motion second. Any other discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Appreciate it.
Take care of that.
Okay, other old business. New business. We got this, hazard mitigation plan. You guys wanna look it over for a while and get some more details on it?
I see the table, we find out what it is.
Yeah.
Second that.
Okey-doke. Well, we got the fall run for Derby Days.
Motion to approve the date and also the funding like we have in the past.
Second that motion.
The motion second. Any other discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Morgan.
I had brought we got the fire truck, due, it's 31,000. We paid it out of the general fund or the public safety fund. I have money in both. Do you guys care which way I pay that? Okay, so it's 31,000.
I keep it in general fund for right now.
That's fine. Just start with it. And then I have Craig dropped off one quote.
That's two different quotes,
Two different
or one quote for two different spots.
Okay. It looks like Crim and Sons is the only one that got with him.
Right, paving and North.
damaged area in front of Bungie to Crown of Road. And it's the remove area to allow for heavy-duty asphalt depth for trucks. Looks like 25.9. And then there's different areas they have, if you guys want to pass it around to see which one or all of them. This is the North Drive and parking area. It's 77.5. Then it's got other extra requested areas of quoting on here that if you guys want to take a minute to compose.
Who did not get back with you, Craig?
What's that?
Who did not get back with you?
Rocky, I got with him, met with him a couple, once, and then we, failed on, he couldn't meet with me for a couple of days, and he never got me pulled back for any of it, so.
Morgan, just so you know, just now, as I was getting here, I forwarded you the invoices for the roof, the siding on the sides, and then I also sent you the warranty for the roof.
Okay,
If you can print those
and pay all of them.
Yeah, the invoices we've already approved.
Okay.
From when we approved them to do it. And then I don't know where you want to file the warranty,
Okay,
but the roof warranty is included. So you'll have 3 emails. I forwarded
Okay.
you 3 emails. The last name of the guy is Rubio.
Rubio.
So, yeah.
The extra areas on that quote for the park on that North Drive, one is just that little gravel, you can see it sticking out, that goes back beside the wells. Just thought that that would look, everything else being paved over there, that would look nice to have that paved as well.
And also keep gravel off the walkway.
Yes. And then, on the north side of the drive by the playground, I marked off an area, equal size to what's on the south side of the drive on the west end, which was about 25 feet deep by 120 feet long, for some additional parking over on that side, on the playground side.
Was there anything mentioned about a walkway
That will match up with the walkway that's gonna go
to the,
Yes.
to the playground?
to the.
Yes, the walkway would come off of the west end of that parking spot if we did
Gotcha.
that.
Gotcha. That's probably a redundant question, I just have been around these.
Say what?
That's an old question, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Greg, where you guys at on patching the holes around town?
We can, and that's the other thing, we can save a little bit of money. We have a roller that functions now, and we can rent or maybe look at purchasing a little mill for our Bobcat. And I can actually go around, mill up the spots and fill it properly, use our roller and, kind of do it in-house correctly, instead of just putting some asphalt in the potholes, so.
They used to work with an asphalt crew.
Yeah. And so that's just something we can do in-house that will eliminate a lot of costs, because we have the equipment to do it, besides the mill.
What's the mill run? Yeah, it is.
I don't know on purchasing one, but I can bring that up, maybe I can get some prices of that next
Yeah,
meeting.
let's shoot us a number on that. That's what you need to go for on this.
We're talking square them out, fix them right.
Exactly, mill them out 2.5 inches, put some tack down, put asphalt, roll it in right, and that should alleviate those issues.
Yeah, asphalt close.
Yeah.
Now, like, it'll get cold on you.
It'll definitely stay warm, but, like I said, our roller's equipped to do it. We've got the vibrator and water function working on it, so.
We can knock out all these patches, what I'm thinking.
Exactly, yeah.
And that would cut the price down.
Oh, yes, tremendously.
Because I'd love to get that park thing done.
Yeah.
Dave, can we see those?
Yeah, sorry.
The quotes for the asphalt.
I mean, to me, my main priority would be the park over anything else we're doing. Did you talk to Cody any about Bungie up there?
Yes, I did. He said that the budget's a little tight, and with them purchasing, I guess, another seed facility, that he has been cut pretty tight on being able to do any maintenance like that. So he said that maybe in the future, when we go to repave that after construction, that he would like to be with us about that.
Can we go up there and cut it out? Back in?
Yeah, I told, he was aware of the issue of that spot and everything like that, so.
We can close the road down a little bit that day and fix it.
Correctly, yeah, because there's a spot right beside the bad spot there where they cut the road out to put a pipe in. And if we can shut that road down for that day, we can get that crossing done a little bit better, so coffee doesn't spill out of your cup.
That's something you could do.
What's that?
You could dig it out. And
Oh, that would be, I put that on quote, they're gonna be working maybe 100 feet from it, you know, so that's something they could do all in one day. But the spot in front of Bunky's office is pretty important. All the asphalt and the underlayment has blown out of it, and the trucks are turning right there, so. Now when they're turning, they're really leaning really hard.
It's their damage though.
Yes, correct.
I just take asphalt up there and roll it in, is what I do. Because we gotta go back and repave the whole road anyway at some point.
Okay.
So, if I was gonna have priority, I'd fix that park.
I wouldn't get in too big a hurry on Bunky's yet until you get done rolling all that heavy equipment through there. I mean,
It's just right now, it's kind of a safeness with the road blown out as the semis are turning into that staging lane. They look like they're about to go over, like they're driving off the side road.
Well, can you take a couple ton of asphalt or 3 or 4 and put through there and roll it in and?
Yeah, we could do that.
just a temporary thing, because once we get everything, once everything's done, then you can do it right.
Because we're gonna have to do the whole road at some point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
Again.
yeah. But that was prior to $550 million.
That would take us down to more or less the park.
Yeah, and the only other spot was right there, near the railroad, just north of the railroad track. There's a pretty good pothole, same issue, road's blown out, not as bad as the front bumper though. But if you wanted to, that can wait also.
Patch what we can,
That's what we can.
once we get some things leveled out, then we can go back.
How about the railroad crossing? That's above. The railroad crossing.
That's on Bunky, yeah.
I'd love to get that park done.
We got funding for that? Are we looking at any, extra grants?
I'm sure we can come up with enough money to do that park.
They're talking to somebody about grants. but
Yeah.
it's been-
March,
yeah.
over here.
Maybe was that May 8th?
May 8th.
It will still be way down the road in some of the grants, so.
Yeah.
But if they could do that, I'd go for that. Get that park in and done right.
Are we doing like sidewalks or anything this year, or is this gonna be our big?
To me, this is the big deal.
I'm just like thinking ahead, like,
Yeah.
trying to.
We're gonna be looking at trying to grant something
Right.
too, so, but we have to start with the process.
Right.
Process is-
Long indeed.
Yep. But we have had, we did get money, like, we did a good chunk one time, so go for it again.
Well, how are you guys on the park? Finishing it up?
We can afford it.
We can afford it.
We can afford it, but we have
I was
anything
just
else
planning for
big
what you're asking for next, like,
looming.
give me a couple months.
Do we have anything looming,
Other than this, no.
Has there been any more discussion regarding the expansion of the wastewater?
That stays in, yeah, we don't touch any of that money. We haven't touched it since we started it.
We're gonna expand that, that money would change.
We're gonna be 2 or 3 years off of some of the expansions.
That's fine.
And I guess with this park quote, are we doing the additional as well? The well drive and the extra parking, or are we just doing what's there? Because it's 77.5 plus 6 plus 17.5.
I don't care about well drive, but
That's whatever you guys want to do.
I mean, there are a lot of rocks that get put across the walk path because it, they get stuck in the tires or whatever. Keep the walkway nice, but I'm not saying it has to be done, but
I think once you, do the drive, you're gonna eliminate a lot of carryover from rocks.
So where's the point of them driving now? It's gonna be all restoned or,
Right. We're probably gonna bring something anyway to level it out, or we just drag it.
that's on him.
True.
And that well drive is, we drive on that 7 days a week, that little well spot, so, there's not a day that we don't drive on it, kind of kick up rocks.
six to do the well drive.
I'd do the extra parking, big bag to drop it all. I'd say we do the extra parking up on the north side. We can hold off on the golf line for a little while. I mean, I know some of these other days, but I don't think we get, I mean, for $6,000 versus, just do the extra 3. We're at like $80,000 on the asphalt job.
The whole thing.
Yeah, let's just do that extra little bit. Be $80,500.
A little more than that, maybe.
Is it?
Yeah, because this one's
Is it 3?
17,500.
Oh, no, I'm just doing this 3.
Yeah, but it's the total.
Oh.
The total for this is 17,000.
Oh.
The total for this is 6,
Gotcha.
and then,
My bad.
so,
Extra parking 17,500.
yeah, the extra parking, 17,500.
So now we're,
The
When we
well-
say extra parking, what are we talking about?
It's parking spots right up front of the, all the playground
Right there,
equipment.
Dave, it's showing you up there.
Yeah, as we say,
Just take what's on the south side, move it to the north side.
so it would be
Yeah, what's on the
parking
south
lot
side, yeah, right there where his pointer is,
Just
on
move it
the
over
south
there.
side. It's just kind of basically offset in the middle of that lot, east, on the north side.
what they're trying to do is offset the, people walking across and getting kids running out in front of cars to get to the playground. You're on the other side parked.
Yeah, parking in front of the
That's
playground,
been
so
a
it would make it
concern.
more accessible as
Mhm.
well.
People park there anyway also.
Yeah, they're parking in the grass anyways.
Tear it up. And there's gonna be a walkway put in there too from the road, from the north half of that drive back to that new playground. And it would be connected to that parking lot. It would come right off the west end of that parking lot and go back to that, when that walkway was done to the new playground.
That include all the crossovers and everything, Dave.
Say what?
That include all the crossovers and everything.
The spots in the grass
Yeah.
in between the
Yes.
turnaround.
Yeah, I think, what was it, did we eliminate?
yeah, the west crossover, before, like right beside the circle, yeah, that one right there.
Yeah, we eliminated that one, but the other two stayed and the circle stayed.
Good, let's do it. Motion is to go forward. Okay, we're gonna wait on a bid, Rocky, or not?
I think he had his chance.
And you want to eliminate the well drive, right?
I mean, I didn't realize it was that.
Yeah,
If
I
it's
mean-
that little bit,
If it's only 6 and you're
It's-
spending the
Yeah, I
rest,
mean-
let's do it all at once and do it
just
right.
do it.
And then we'll
That's what I'm
decide.
thinking.
I thought, I had the math wrong.
Just do it all and do it,
Those
so
are
it's
right.
all smooth and it's right and it's.
So, the
The
motion,
motion.
to proceed with the asphalt and park.
The second, any other discussion on it? All in favor?
Aye. And the table out in front of Bundy, right? Well, you said just
We're gonna-
patch it.
Patch it.
Yeah, that's what you,
Yeah, patch it, go
Okay.
forward.
Next, Dave brought me, we're trying to get lawn treatment. This one's from Limbo Lawn Care. He said he called somebody else and never got back
Came
with
along, I
him.
never got back with me.
And it has it broken down. I don't know if you guys want to do this all tonight, or I can make copies, so you guys can all look at this. Because it's got a price for each area. So some it's $45 a treatment, some it's $180. So I'll make copies, and then, do you want me to email them? Not Dave.
Is this just for, weed feed?
They kill weeds and whatever they do. We
Treatment
have
plan-
Schaefer done it.
Yeah, it says treatment plan with fertilizer, one's without fertilizer, one says turf treatment, like it's very detailed.
Okay.
So I feel like do you want to email it, Larry, or do you want a physical copy?
You can email it.
Okay, so everybody will need email that Dave. Okay, so then we'll review that next time. That's a lot.
Okay.
If Matthias wants to come up, let him come up.
That was it for me.
If we do, take what they've done, and we'll try to match them. So they're kind of same.
Morgan, have you heard any more on the bill from Duke?
No, and I had been waiting I got new bills in from them this month and nothing from that one yet. And it said it would take 5 to 7 business days. It's been 5 to 7 business days. So I'll reach back out again. But they haven't emailed me back yet.
How high, our Duke bill went from.
$200 to $10,000.
What?
In 1 month.
In 1 month. So I sent them an email. I went into their report a problem, and they said they'd be back with me in 5 to 7 business days, and I haven't heard back yet.
That's a big change.
Yeah, so kind of caught my attention, so
You're not building a budget plan, they just get.
that was definitely not budgeted. Like I'm used to, and I even went back in prior years to see, was this something that, no, we haven't had any that high, especially for that. It was like the street lights. And we just did all that street light stuff not too long ago.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to charge it for the lights.
So I will reach back out again. I hadn't heard from them. It's on my desk.
What else, Warren?
That's it.
Okay, Brian.
All right, this is gonna sound more like plan commission than anything else, but I will be brief, relatively so. The plan commission has now approved a unified development ordinance. This was discussed at 3 meetings of the plan commission and reviewed at length. I think the consensus is it's a significant improvement. So consequently, the next step is ultimate approval of that ordinance, and that's a process that is, I won't say complicated under the statutes, but at least requires careful attention. So, first, the consultants, I understand, will be before the town council on May 8th to provide a review, and that will be helpful. And then at that point, the council may take up approval of a new unified development ordinance. We need an ordinance number at some point. 3, okay, that's easy. And then this is the important part, timing comes into play. First, you need to repeal in its entirety your existing zoning ordinance, zone maps, and amendments. And then immediately after that, unless you want to go without an applicable code, approve your new ordinance. Now, given that the recommendation of the Plan Commission is to approve the ordinance, you do have options under the statute. You can adopt the ordinance, reject the ordinance, or amend the proposal. My view is, given the significant overlap in membership between the Town Council and the Plan Commission, that I comfortably predict that the ordinance will be adopted as presented. After its adoption, you need to go through a process that involves 2 steps. First, you must give a published notice of the ordinance. You do not need to publish the entire ordinance, and I will work with your clerk treasurer to develop this notice, because you must summarize the subject matter of the ordinance, give the date of adoption, presumably May 8th, specify the areas that are affected by your ordinance, specify any penalty or forfeiture for violations of the ordinance, and it does contain improved provisions on violations. And then notice of 2 locations open to the public where the entire text of the ordinance is available for inspection. And they have provided copies of the ordinance, so it can be placed in a notebook. Give thought, obviously, one location is the town hall. Your council president suggested the post office, which I think is a good idea if they'll do it.
Could be maybe the library,
I
and post office.
Library, yeah, I mean, you know, you could say town hall firehouse if you wanted to, but it's 2 places. But in any event, now, after the adoption of the ordinance, the printed text of the ordinance needs to be available for inspection by the public. And again, that shouldn't present a problem. Once it is put out for review, there is no delay period. Once the council passes the ordinance, it will be in effect. But these are just provisions concerning additional notice. I don't need to go through the rest of the statute with you. It's just kind of more, I won't say nitpicks, but it just covers other details. So the important thing is developing a printed notice so it's adequate to read the statute, but you don't want to spend thousands of dollars publishing a detailed listing or publish the ordinance. That would be worse. So be prepared to consider that issue, and Morgan aesthetic would be ordinance number 3. So I will prepare an ordinance repealing your existing ordinances, and then we don't need, the ordinance that you'll be considering is already prepared. So you can approve it by resolution. And again, I think since it's been considered, you can approve it first and second reading by title on May 8th. Other legal issues, the special meeting of the fire board was held, and we are working on finalizing what I will call a mutual aid agreement that has some other provisions. There were 3 motions that were made and passed, and they basically talk about cooperation between Morristown and Fountaintown and procedures to handle various matters. So,
Thank you.
there's much more minutia that I'll leave for another occasion.
Okay, Brad.
I'm gonna hit 2 IT things real quick, just to get it out of the way. I spoke with Core, which is who runs our website. They do the base part of it. I got the quote last month to put a direct clickable link for the YouTube streaming onto the website. They quoted us $400. I replied to them and I said, that's too much, we're not gonna pay that. They amazingly replied and said, how about 225? So I said, okay, I bring it back up again.
Let's make a deal.
So that would add a button here in the middle of the website for the live streaming. And then now I'm going to have to contact them also about adding, if we can combine the town ordinances with the new.
That would be really nice. And now I'm speaking, and I don't want to take your time selfishly. As a practitioner, it's very nice to be able to go to these ordinances by link and review what you want. And so it will make things a lot easier for persons who are pursuing a petition, and it'll make things easier for citizens who want to better understand what your ordinance is. So.
And it is a current complaint that's been brought up to the candidates running for county council and county commissioners that you can't find the county ordinances easily, whereas you go to our website and we've got it already on there, so that puts us ahead of the game on that. So that was, see here, I think that was it for that. I'm just gonna kind of go down the list. April stats so far, this is up to today, total of 1,044 miles, 799 of that is patrol, 25 is personal, 245 of that is training miles. 46 calls for Morristown Police Department, 22 of those are traffic stops. County calls is 36, 8 of those are traffic stops. 23 citations and warnings issued so far this year, 17 of those are for speeding. I'm sorry, this month, not this year. Tom has requested to go to training. It's an online training for grant writing. It is May 16th and 17th, and again, it'll be online, so he wouldn't have to go anywhere. He would just do it remotely by laptop. It's $500 for that.
Good. Do it. Second. Any other discussion?
So,
All in favor?
uh, do we need a motion, I'm sorry, Brad, for the direct link to commit, to
We gotta
commit?
decide if we're gonna do that or not, right?
Right.
I do think the ordinance needs
Yeah.
done.
I don't know if they're gonna charge us for that, or if it's just to add it, replace one with the other. I don't, I'm gonna have to talk to them about that. They don't charge me to talk to them, they just charge me to do things, so.
I'd like to get that done. I would too.
The live streaming?
You know, what all we're talking about. Whatever, Mr. Technology. You have a motion, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Let's see, Tom dropped his Tahoe off at Runyon's. We reviewed a constant electrical drain on it. They were able to determine it was the cooling fan.
Yeah, it's the temperature sensor for the cooling system, so.
It's a computer.
Yep, so they're gonna fix that. Due to our shortage of available people this year for Derby Days, I'd like to ask permission to reach out to off-duty officers to bring them in part-time to work an hour or two, or even a couple hours Friday night, so that we can go home instead of sticking out till, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning and having to be back early. So have them come in 10, 11 o'clock for a couple hours on Friday night, and then have 2 to 3 officers come in on Saturday during the parade and during the race to block roads. That would make, Tom's gonna be busy with the other stuff going on. I'll be, that would put me out of service, setting at an intersection. If we bring in off-duty officers, that would make me available to take calls and patrol instead of being stuck doing nothing for that whole time.
So would we pay them? And how are we paying them?
The going rate right now, the bare minimum going rate part-time is $40 an hour. The max right now is about 65. So. And I would reach out to both local, and I have the ability to reach out to officers outside of Morristown. I'm going to request that they be in a marked unit with red and blue lights for the
That
traffic.
include their vehicle and their.
Yep, except for Friday night. Friday night would be a local officer, so that, we don't have any issues.
So are we gonna
as far as-
1099 them, or are they gonna be? Okay.
We could 1099, well, depending on how
Well,
they
if they
want
hit,
to.
that's a 600.
Less
must
than
be right.
$600.
Right,
Yeah.
that's what I said, if they only hit.
Yeah.
I say we do it.
Last year, we had an issue Friday night where somebody burglarized the vendor tent, so. we had
Their
to-
I
motion,
forgot about that.
Second.
motion. Second. All in favor?
Can you guys set the pay? Are you gonna do that later?
They're gonna do it. Yeah. $40 an hour.
Okay.
Just a couple hours.
Yeah.
just a couple hours.
Yeah, Saturday's just a couple hours, and then like
Friday's a
Friday, I'm
couple
gonna try and get a
hours.
local, local officer that will come out for it. That way we don't have any issues with arrest or, local laws, any issues there. While we're speaking about Derby Days, also due to the lack of personnel, I'd like to change the detour to 500 East, to Asbury to 1200 North, and then south on Asbury to 52 to eliminate the traffic, the non-festival traffic coming into town. Electronic signs on both ends of town at Asbury and 500 stating, detour, local festival traffic only, and then staggered road closed signs, and then 2 of the officers that we're gonna pay would be just past those barricades to make sure anybody that comes through those barricades are actually coming for that reason and not just trying to cut through, and that would reduce our manpower issues, and it's gonna reduce there are a number of closures and the issues we have, I think, on local streets by doing that.
Keep semis out there.
Yeah,
Getting semis now.
yeah, which we always have, and campers and boats, trailers, and, we had,
How do we do for the permit on 52?
I've already got that. I have to modify it if we're going to change the detour, which I don't see why they would have an issue with an easier detour than a more complicated detour. And this sends all traffic going the same direction instead of east one way, south, west one way, and all the issues.
They'll still be able to get told local business.
Yeah, they'll just pull up and tell the officer they're going to where, the festival, or if they have reservations, and then they'll be allowed in, but just to eliminate the continuous line of traffic that we have. And those roads are made for it.
Make it so.
Out at the park we discovered that someone went into the men's restroom on the south side of the park and clogged the sink and turned this water on. And that was found on Monday. So I got on the cameras to research who it was, and I was able to determine it was 2 juveniles that did it on Sunday night. We're working on getting them positively ID'd right now. The best part was that they actually stood underneath the camera and made the comment that one kid goes, "We're gonna get caught," and the other kid goes, "No, we're not, no one ever checks these cameras." So,
You're kidding me.
Well, I'm sitting there listening to that. We have good pictures of them, the principals have been notified, we're pretty sure, we believe they're 3rd or 4th graders.
Oh, man. That's the only camera we get.
So, one of the things I want to ask is, I don't believe criminal charges would be an issue, but I believe that parents should pay for our lost water that was ran as.
Is it any damage? I mean, I know it's a
Not that
concrete
was
floor, but I know there's,
There wasn't any damage. I mean, they knocked over the trash can in there and trash on the plumbing, but, other than those 2 things, there wasn't any visible damage that I saw.
that's a long
There is
time
a
for water to
statute
run.
that will impose liability on a parent for damages. It's got a fairly low limit, but I'm sure you're within that limit, so.
And then the second incident was on Monday. I drove by and seen a car up on jacks at the town park on the south drive, on the asphalted drive.
Oh.
Then I pulled in and someone was changing oil on the south parking lot, and the oil was spilling out over the pan onto the asphalt. And I requested to know why they decided to do it there. They informed me that they couldn't do it at the school, they couldn't do it at home because they had friends coming over, so they thought the park
Running our asphalt
was the place to do it. So, right now, he's been cited for criminal mischief, be misdemeanor, but if you would wish to handle it another way, just for a cleanup charge, I had a estimate put together by the street department and the park department on a man hours and cleanup for the oil. We did discover that there was damage to the asphalt from the jack stand and the jack that was used, and it did impressions into the asphalt. Or I can just forward those charges to the prosecutor and we move forward with the criminal charges. By the way, he was really satisfied with my handling of the situation. He drove past me twice yesterday, flipping me off, so he was obviously very pleased with the way I handled it.
He was
It
signaling.
was just letting you know you were number 1.
Yep, making sure I was very aware.
Young guy, old guy,
19.
19.
Eddie, good time to learn.
I said fine.
Well, there's a difference. You can either send it to the prosecutor or you guys can find it.
The prosecutor can always impose a restitution order. I would make the call on what you think offers your best chance of collection. And I don't know, are they a resident of the town?
Yes.
Property owner?
No.
Yeah.
Well, they live within the town limits, but in the county. Guess we'll put it that way.
Okay.
So he came from out of town to come in and do that.
It's a nice flat spot, for God's sake.
Oh, yeah, it's a great flat spot.
I don't know which way to tell you. I mean, if the prosecutor is assiduous in actually pursuing restitution orders, then that may be the way to go.
That's what I'm wondering, what's your best chance of getting anything
Well, if you
out of
find
this?
him and he doesn't pay the town, we push it to the court then, right?
True. Yeah, I mean, you can issue notice of violation, you've got a criminal charge, send him a bill, and then it's a small claims docket matter. What's your estimate for it?
Did you guys,
125 is what we want.
Yeah, but,
and then whatever, of course, filing fees and,
yeah.
and his time,
How have we handled this in the past?
we haven't had this one in the past.
We've done some cleanup when we had kids that drove and tore up the gravel there and then come back and actually do labor.
The issue we had with that is he showed up the very last day that he had to do it, and that's after I warned him 3
Yeah.
times, and,
That was a bear, yeah, I
So,
remember that.
you know, if he didn't show up
Is that the
tomorrow,
one
then-
with like the four-wheeler out
Yeah.
there?
Mhm.
and just drug it out and drug it out.
When the county turns criminals actually loose, why's the prosecutor gonna mess with this?
This would go into a different, yeah, this, I'm not sure what prosecutors would fall under, being either
Why don't
go
we
to
just send him a
magistrate.
bill? See what happens.
I think you're gonna have a better opportunity to get money out of them this way than through the
Okay.
prosecutor, because they could just deny the.
The prosecutor's gonna blow it off.
Yeah,
It's small beans.
maybe they'll file
The
it.
most important thing. Yeah, give me the info, your estimate, name, address.
Okay.
Get that out the door promptly.
Now, would that be like a certified mail, so we know he can't say he didn't get it?
Certified mail, but, you know, people don't always sign for certified mail. What I
I'm just
normally-
envisioning me at
What I
19.
normally do is, certified and first-class mail, since, you know, Chief Tritipo has such a good relationship.
He can hand deliver it.
So personally certified.
And get the sign.
Yeah, I'm sure, I will receive another one, I'm quite sure.
I'm just, 19, I'm just thinking, like,
Yeah.
Yep.
I never got caught.
Best he learned this lesson at age 19, 29, or 30.
Exactly. And then, was this brought up, I kind of overheard it as far as the trailer park, wanting to know about showing up for, they want to know if they could re-gravel
That's what's showing.
Johnson's trailer.
We're having them come over there.
Okay, she was supposed to be here tonight, but she wasn't gonna make it. And then we have three trailers in there that are probably on the edge of needing,
Collapse.
condemned or, yeah, removed. So they've been empty for a while. And then I started a list of the junk vehicles in town, and right now I'm at 41. So that's where I'm at with those.
And how many of them have like 4 cars?
There was more than, yeah.
Yeah, more than a handful that have 4 cars.
Yeah, several locations have multiple vehicles.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I suggest that after May 8th, take action on that, because the
All right.
ordinance.
We'll have something. We'll have something to fight into it with.
It's much better.
All right, that's it.
Nope, you have done. I think we've come to the point, guys, I think we need to get another deputy. And I need to put together, we think, Christie, you and Tammy, want to work with Brad, and then we'll have an executive session, we all work together, because we're gonna have to set parameters, and I can't remember all we need to set. We're gonna have somebody, we want somebody's qualified, somebody who's got to put through school, somebody, there's a lot of things to do here.
Absolutely.
Is that suitable? If everybody got a motion to go that way with it, and we'll do a executive session after they put together the details and
Second.
move second, all in favor?
Aye.
At that time, we'll come up with a deadline and when we want to start and how we want to start.
Sounds good.
All right.
Okay, Dave, you're up.
The last council meeting we had talked about the old bathrooms and getting those revitalized a little bit. Had a general contractor that had reached out to me after that meeting and heard about the dividers and does a lot of remodeling in Walmarts and such. So he is looking for some stalls that are gonna be removed between himself or some of his other crew as they go in. So I got dimensions for him on that. So just kind of in a holding pattern there to see if he's able to come up with anything. I was gonna give him, probably a month-ish or so and reach out and see where we're at and then possibly move forward looking at getting quotes from some companies as well too. And then part of updating that with the warmer weather coming around, I was going to do a paint job on the inside with the metal. It's a bare silver metal and update the paint on the outside of it as well too. Just do a white on the outside and a lighter color, probably a white on the inside as well too, just to make that look nicer. And then, as you know, we've got the windows, most of the windows in there at the Craney property. Are we on hold for doors?
I think the walk-through doors are there, they just don't, like, I went in there last night, and I saw the frames in there, and it looks like the doors, at least for the upstairs, are in there.
Okay.
So
I
they're
didn't know if
supposed
they
to
were
be,
just on
yeah, they're
back order.
supposed to be included in the quote we have. I can reach out to them and kind of see where they're at, because they got all the little windows done.
Yeah,
But there was a hiccup with the big windows, and so I know they got ordered later, so that might be part of the holdup. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
yeah, so with that, I just didn't know, I guess after those are done or right now what the plan was moving forward to get the inside of that done. Didn't know if you wanted me to take that on and reach out to some contractors to kind of get those bathrooms redone a little bit in there.
Yeah, we
and
gotta
along with,
completely redo them so that they're handicap
yeah,
dimensions and
and
we have a set of plans, so.
Do you? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I can get with you with those too, but I want the rest of the council to see those plans also.
Okay.
So, I'll make sure I have them at the next meeting. I keep forgetting to bring them, but if I can bring them to the next meeting, the council can all look at them
yeah,
and then I'll forward them on to you and
okay.
we can.
Yeah, because I'd be more than happy to, step up and take that on and reach out to contractors and get bids and stuff like that, so.
You guys want to keep that wood look in there?
The ceiling, I do. I want to
I
keep
kinda
that
like
wood
that.
ceiling.
I do.
It's beautiful. Needs cleaned up, but I don't see any reason to get rid of it.
The ceiling? Oh, yeah, I didn't, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think.
Yeah, I think that ceiling, it's in great condition, it looks beautiful, and, yeah, I mean, my thoughts were just getting the walls painted. I mean, I know we could go through and, drywall them or something, but I think that'd just be an unnecessary cost, and getting the flooring redone in the bathrooms, and the one bathroom, which would be the men's bathroom, that's actually ADA size. If we remove the urinal in there, it actually meets ADA size requirements. I mean, so I don't know what your plans were, of having a male and a female, or if we just did two unisex bathrooms or whatnot, so. But, and just, yeah, some new flooring in there and, yeah, updating the kitchen area a little bit, so. But, yeah,
The drawings have got some good
Mhm.
thoughts on that.
Yeah,
What I
so,
remember.
and I may, if I can figure Christie or Brad or some, or not Christie, Elaine or Brad or somebody can help maybe shrink them down and get everybody a copy of them, because they're blueprint size. But, and then everybody can review them and we can approve them or make changes or whatever the next meeting.
Sounds good. And then I know we had talked about the new bathrooms at the concession stand, getting those unlocked and locked for when people had rented the shelter houses. Have we looked into Wi-Fi locks on those, or?
Yeah, the average price right now is between 200 and 300, depending
Okay.
on what option you get or what company you buy from.
Good deal. Do those have like a deadbolt on the inside, or?
Yeah, and somebody at the last meeting said if you go with quick set, you can remove that internal toggle on the quick
Okay.
set models.
It's kind of thing, I mean, with us not being out there and doing it if we had someone that got locked in there, that would give them an option to be able to get out of there, so.
Yeah.
Instead of coming in on a Monday morning and on the bathrooms out there.
Well, and one of the issues they've had in Chevyville with the trail restrooms is they've had residentially challenged individuals moving into those bathrooms and locking the doors, and then they can't get into them. They set up residence.
Yeah.
So, yeah, having the ability to.
got water in the toilet?
Yeah, and heat.
Most unique, yeah.
So you'd be able to unlock them if something like that occurred also.
They stay 3 days, it's theirs, isn't it?
But that was all I had, so.
Great. Thanks, Dave.
Have we thought about maybe spray foaming the south bathrooms too, just to insulate them a little bit?
What's it? Can't say that I have, probably anybody else has.
What's that?
Spray foam. We talked about doing it one time too, the amphitheater up in the ceiling at one time also were part of that. So I don't know if there's something or spray foaming anything else. Have it all done.
I think they want to move that camp.
Yeah, there's been talk about it in the, changing it or doing something like that.
Not yet.
Getting water, wastewater up. Revitalization,
You got nothing.
planning commission,
Talked about that.
fire board. Miscellaneous.
Move to adjourn?
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Probably.